mean, you heard those comments. If I was a coach and I heard that live, I might have benched him for that reason. I mean, he had given up in the first damn quarter, for crying out loud. That's not going to be Aaron Donald. But if you listen to NFL aficionados talk about it, what do they say Bill Belichick and Tom Brady will do? They'll say they'll run the football, they'll run right at him. Why? To test his discipline. They'll talk about kick screens and things of that nature. We're going to incorporate that because that will test his discipline. So we know that Aaron Donald is a monster. But when is Aaron Donald a monster? That's whether he's on the edge or in between. And what he's doing is he's coming at you to attack the passer. And you standing back there. Now, Tom Brady ain't going to be able to call Giselle. Tell him how much he love her. And you know what? I'm coming home for dinner, baby. Let me just throw this pass right here. Okay? He ain't going to have that much time in the pocket to do that. Not with Aaron Donald on the field. But if you do those kind of things to test his discipline and test his conditioning, you just never know how that's going to manufacture itself. So to me, Max, my mindset is this. When Aaron Donald opens his mouth and says that, I'm not thinking about Aaron Donald. I'm thinking about Ndamukong Suh. I'm thinking about Brockers. I'm thinking about Fowler. And I'm like, are y'all brothers going to be ready? Because what is Bill Belichick's specialty? Taking away your most formidable weapon and daring your second, third, and fourth options to beat him. That's what he's going to do. And that's what I'm worried about.
Like, love, or hate, I love this. I love this. Do you understand? Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback who ever lived. And who's talking about him and who may be the central figure in this game to combat Tom Brady, to stop Tom Brady from doing what he's trying to do? Maybe the greatest defensive tackle in the history of the game in his prime, in an MVP caliber season with his team in the Super Bowl. You want to tell me you've seen a better defensive tackle than Aaron Donald right now? Okay, I haven't. No, I mean, I haven't. It's the best I've ever seen. I love this. This is the essence of competition. Now, is Aaron Donald very confident in himself? Yes, he is. Is he confident in his teammates? Yes, he is. And when they look to the leader on defense, obviously Aaron Donald, that's important. Now, you mentioned Joey Bosa, Stephen A., and you say Bosa's not on Aaron Donald's level. I actually think a healthy Bosa is right there, almost like on at least the same kind of level of an elite defender as just about anyone. But he's outside. Aaron Donald is inside. Let me tell you the difference here with Tom Brady and the Pats, and these are stats you'll be seeing a lot this week leading up to this game. Past 3 postseasons for Tom Brady, okay? Playoff runs, all deep Super Bowl runs, right? When he is pressured in the interior, he has 30% completion rate, sacked 17% of the times, meaning he's a bad quarterback when he faces that pressure up the middle. Bad quarterback, 30% completion, 17% of the time he's sacked. Exterior, right, on the outside, when the pressure comes from the outside, 53% completion rate. Oh, look at that. That ain't 30%. Only sacked 11% of the time. That goes way down. And where is the pressure going to come? Aaron Donald. So what's Belichick going to do? You got to put 2 guys on Aaron Donald. Who is the man standing next to Aaron Donald in the interior? Ndamukong Suh, who was not that long ago the best defensive tackle in football, and we've seen in these playoffs, can still get it done with the money on the line. Aaron Donald's not just saying he believes in himself, he's saying he believes in the man standing next to him. That sounds like a championship football team to me when your leader is sending the message, believe in the man standing next to you.
I don't, hold on, whoa. Let's not misconstrue what I'm saying. I can understand your point, and it's a beautiful thing that Aaron Donald believes in his teammates. May I get some tissue? Oh, my Lord, I'm so emotionally touched by him believing in his teammates. That didn't stop them from being the 23rd ranked team against the run this year. You got to monitor that, particularly with Sony Michel. You got to monitor play action. You got to monitor those kick screens. Why? Because James White is proven to be a primary target of Tom Brady. You know that Bill Belichick and his genius is going to take out your number 1 option. You know that he can't have Tom Brady back there holding a football and taking pictures before he gets rid of it. You know that Gronk could potentially be his last game. Who knows what he's going to do, even though I'm told that he'll probably be back because Tom Brady says he'll be back. We know, of course, what Julian Edelman brings to the table. And if you had, let's say, for example, you had Randy Moss, right? I would have more confidence with Aaron Donald if the Patriots had a Randy Moss. Because what you're doing is you got fly patterns, you're going down the field, so you got to hold the football a little bit longer. But with Edelman and with Gronkowski and with White, and to a lesser degree, Sony Michelle, it enables you to get rid of the football earlier.
I have a question. Let's flip the script. How likely is it that the Patriots will shut down Aaron Donald?
I think it's actually likely that you won't see Donald with pressures on the quarterback, because what Bill Belichick does, number one, he takes away, it's not just like taking away your best thing. He takes away your first two options.
Exactly.
It's going to be your third option, maybe Fowler, getting pressure, actually getting a sack from the outside because they're focused on Ndamukong Suh secondarily after Aaron Donald. But much like Michael Strahan with the Giants, right?
Yep.
He had an enormous influence on that first Super Bowl win against the Patriots, even without racking up numbers, because Belichick devoted resources to stopping Strahan. That freed stuff up for other guys. But I think it's the same thing here.
But those other guys were guys you respected, like the O.C. Umenyuras of the world and others. You respected them. What I'm trying to say is this.
Oh, they got a good front seven.
I'm saying they got. When you look at the Rams, let's understand where things got better defensively for them. It was when Aqib Talib came back, because when you got somebody that's able to do some things for you in that secondary, Peters wasn't as exposed. We learned who the hell Roby Coleman was, and obviously as a secondary, they looked a little bit considerably better, and that enabled your front seven to do the damage that they were able to do. But they were going up against a Phillip Rivers with a team that didn't show up. They were going against a Drew Brees squad with Kamara and Ingram, who couldn't run the football effectively. That to some degree is a testament to the Rams, but in the end, what it comes down to, they ain't facing nothing like this. And so if you got Aaron Donald and you're able to neutralize Aaron Donald, and you're going to tell me that I get to sit back and rely on Ndamukong Suh and Brockers and Fowler, who, by the way, didn't matter until he got from Jacksonville. Let's remember that. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, I got mad respect for those brothers, but am I betting against Tom Brady or them? I'm going to bet against them.
Look, a lot of this is going to come down to, and we will talk about this coming up later in the week, but the two things that have been on my mind since you mentioned it is, how do you use Aaron Donald? What do you do with that resource? And obviously there was a veteran staff put around Sean McVay because he was the youngest GM like in the history of the universe in any sport when he got the, coach when he got the job. So they surrounded him with veterans, but it's still going to come down to coach. How does coach deploy his resources? Right. How does he match wits with Belichick? That's one. And the second thing is this, Stephen A. The pressure on Aaron Donald and everything like that. Actually, Tom Brady loses this Super Bowl. They're he's 5-4 lifetime in the Super Bowl. All of a sudden, it's like he's kind of almost like 5 versus 6-3 if he wins.
There's
pressure on Brady too.
If he wins, the most Super Bowls of any player ever.
Right, but if he loses, he's kind of 500
I know, but I'm just reminding everyone.
But let me say this. Magic Johnson's 5-4 in the championship.
But he's
nobody
not Jordan,
takes away from Magic Johnson.
Yeah, it does. He's not Jordan.
Nobody takes that. Now you need to be tested. Now you need to be tested.
Hold on. Who's the greatest basketball player of all time? If Magic Johnson went like 8-0 in the championship, he'd be considered the greatest.
Remember that he's a 5-time champion.
Of course.
But here's the deal. Let me get back to the point about Tom Brady. Drop back to pass over 90 times this postseason. Not sacked once.
Yeah.
That's not an accident.
You're right.
That's
not an accident. So Donald's either got to, Ndamukong Suh got to get freed up from Donald's double team, or else Donald's got to get there, or else they got to blitz.
Guess what? We have to wait till Sunday to find out. Sorry, everybody. He's definitely one of the most electric players in Atlanta sports history. That would be one Michael Vick, but is he in the top 5 greatest players? Steven's A-list coming up, a hot Atlanta special. Y'all like Migos? Look who's